Welcome to North Star Credit Union's Financial Compass podcast, guiding you towards financial wellness. Hometown values, lifelong relationships, worldwide access.
All right, we're back for another episode of the North Star Credit Union podcast. Come on, don't we look great? Let us know in the comments how great we look. We're back. We got a little treat for you today. We're bank robbers. If you didn't know or can't tell, that's sort of our theme for today. And it fits in with our topic for today. Last week we had Kurt and Michael join us for cybersecurity. We're sort of sticking with that theme. The whole idea is, a little scary, spooky, things that make us scared. And with Halloween coming up, we were really focusing on cybersecurity, and today talking about other scams that we need to be careful of, hopefully educate you so that you won't be taken advantage of by scammers out there and
fall victim to their tricks and no treats.
Tricks, I see. So we are in for a treat today on the podcast episode. So, scams, I feel like they become more and more common these days.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
We were talking before we even started the podcast. I think all of us know somebody who has been victim of a scam or is in the middle of a scam. Yes. If you're listening, maybe you've been through it or know someone. It's just so prevalent, and this is why we had an episode last week, our last episode on cybersecurity. Doing it again this week because it's just such an important topic, because it's just so important for everyone to know.
And it's affecting so many people.
Yes.
I never knew how bad it was, or maybe it has just gotten worse recently because of AI. I'm not even sure, but it just seems like we get a lot of phone calls at the credit union and our fraud department that blocks debit card purchases and credit card. They'll flag it and they'll shut your card off so that no money can be taken out from these fraudsters. But it can leave you feeling like you've been, violated, vulnerable, and wondering how you can protect what you work so hard for every day. And so I don't know if it's AI or what, but how many of you, raise your hand at home, if you received that text that said that you had a toll booth thing that was, going to come out, or Amazon package can't be delivered because of this, and they're basically just waiting for you to go, oh no, and click on it, and then allow them access.
Well, and I think it's even come to letters. My mom received a letter that she was behind on a payment. She received a call from her insurance company saying that her insurance had not been paid and it had been paid in full. So they try to scare you, and that just happened. I just talked to her yesterday. I'm trying to determine if she gave any information, but it is scary. It's like you don't want to have no insurance. So there's real scams and people are taking advantage. And we talked a little bit about this last time, but they often know information about you that sounds like they're legitimate.
Yeah.
It sounds like they really know, and they really know that you have whatever your car you drive, and they have that information. So they're coming to you armed and ready to go. And these people have practice and they make you feel vulnerable. And it's okay if that happens, in terms of don't feel embarrassed or that you did something wrong. It's just a scary time out there. And the costumes might be a little overkill, but we wanted to just show too, we don't want you to be robbed of your money. We don't want you to be robbed of your identity. We want to be here to help protect that.
It's so easy for these scammers, to get to you, because they can use text message, emails, phone calls, letters, things that we use every day. Just normal forms of communication that they can tap into, and it's hard to know whether it's a scam or not. These people can be very believable. Convincing. You might really think this is my insurance company contacting me. They need my information. It can be very difficult to know sometimes what is real and what is a scam. And that's why we want to really help you. Always have the red flags, the antenna up. Every form of communication, letter, email, text, you got to be careful with what you're opening, what sort of information you're sharing. So it's always best to even like not respond to the number or the email, but to try to do a little more research and go around and try to find a different way to contact like your insurance company or whoever it is that's reaching out to you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I can't talk to you right now, or I can't respond right now. I'll get back to you, and then call your insurance company or your healthcare provider if they're saying that you didn't pay a bill, or check your Amazon packages. If you didn't order anything, it's not, it's just a way to try to get you to give information. And don't feel guilty like, oh my gosh, I purchased something with my debit card online. That is not necessarily always how they get your information, but it is wise to maybe set up something like PayPal where it's not directly getting your debit card number, it's going through that service. So it's easier to get money back if you get scammed, if it's not through your direct payment, or
Yeah, be very careful about sharing debit card numbers, things like that. Try to use more secure methods. But yeah, it's very easy. They're very good. So yeah.
And that I think is prevalent out there is romance scams. You start to develop what you feel is a relationship with someone, and it takes a little bit of time before the scam will take place, but then suddenly they want to try to come see you, but they don't have the money, or they're in danger, or they're really hungry and they can't eat, and they play on your emotions and they need money. And somehow they'll get to see you, but they need to do A, B, and C, and it can get to a point that they're almost breaking you down, and they're making you feel bad when you don't do it. So if they ask you for gift cards, don't do that because it's not traceable. Don't go get gift cards for someone. There's a lottery scam that if you won the lottery, but you have to pay a certain amount in gift cards.
Wow.
They can pretend with AI for the voice, like it's your grandson, they're in jail, they need help, you need to get me money right now.
Yeah.
So those are some things that are real. Like I know people that have really experienced this and recently, and it's very challenging to navigate that because it feels real.
Yeah.
You put that person in a crisis, like fight or flight mode, and they just want to solve the problems, and there's always this urgency to it.
Yeah.
Like you need to do it now.
Exactly. If somebody's like, it's urgent, or it elicits a feeling of fear, or they're trying to.
If you're feeling pressured. And gift cards. I mean, listen, if they're asking for gift cards, I would say that would be a red flag.
100%.
That is a common method that they would want to receive, payment, or how they can scam you. Gift cards are a very common thing that they would ask for. So if someone's asking you for gift cards, I'd be a little suspicious. Yeah, that is a common one that we see and hear a lot about.
Another one that I just thought of that happened recently to a family member was HP called them, printer, ink, and paper, and they're like, we see that something is wrong with and they wanted access to the computer to fix it, and it sounded legit, like it was totally. They knew things that, I don't know how they knew them, and the person was going to give them access to the computer, and then they went, wait a minute, this doesn't sound right. And then they got angry because he was like, no, I don't think that this is, really HP. And they got angry, and that's another sign, too. If they're like, no, really, I can't believe you don't believe me, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so don't give anyone access to your computer. You know how they'll say, I can remote in. No, and don't let them do that, because now they can see everything on your computer. So if anyone is ever like, unless it's me, and I don't know how to do that, so
then it's not really you.
So then it's not me. I would never do that. But yeah, that's just another way that people can scam you with your computer stuff. Like, oh, this is Google, and or this is what is that, McCaffrey or Norton.
Antivirus. Here's a virus on your computer. We touched on that last episode too, but that's another one just to highlight again. But other types of scams?
There are the people that are pretending to give you a job, but you have to pay first to get the job. If you ever have to pay or give resources first, it's not real. Being able to do research, if you're on some of the bigger sites that are out there for job markets, there you want to hope that it's legit, but yeah, you really have to be careful and do some research on the company and make sure they're a real company before you provide any information. Even this is kind of a tricky area, but like we're gonna deposit your first check here. I need your information. So like just making sure that you know for sure that that's a real place. So that's another one to be on the lookout.
I would almost be like, I would rather you send a paper check for the first one. You know what I mean? But even then, it's just it's a crazy world right now. And there's also cryptocurrency scams. Like I almost feel like the scammers are making you feel wary of your like debit card and checks, and so they want you to use cryptocurrency because that's so much better, so much safer, or gold. And I don't know, I think they're hyping up the fear so that they can then turn it into a cryptocurrency scam as well. So there's just so many different things, and we don't mean to scare you, but at the same time we do want you to be a little bit on high alert for these different scams that could really hurt you where you don't want to be hurt, and that's in your pocketbook and everywhere else.
And there's a lot that goes with it. And I think the other thing to be mindful of is wire transfers. If you're going to transfer money by wire, there's no getting it back. We talked about that a little bit last time. I mean, most of the time there's a trail, but they're looking for ways that there isn't a trail. So once it's gone, it's gone. The you won one money kind of thing. The interesting part is they're persistent. Like they won't want you to get off the phone. I know somebody that was in the middle of being scammed. They went to their financial institution. They were going to take out money. The financial institution noticed that they were on the phone. That person kept them on the phone for hours.
Wow.
Like just trying to break them down and being like, don't answer the phone, and telling them what to say. So there's just different ways. Thankfully, the financial institution kind of thought it was out of character, but there are those things. And I think too, you have somebody in your life that's maybe a little older, like talking to them about it, or having like a safety net where you can be on the lookout or be on their account as even just a person that can just know that they're being safe, so you can monitor that access. Yep. I don't know. It's a lot. It's hard to navigate that world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Talk to your grandkids. Have a safe word. If you're really in jail, say this.
And one other scam is, if you mark it for us, like if you put like a decal on your car, we'll send you money. Anytime that you're promised something in return, or you give us money, as Melissa kind of said, give us money and we'll send something back to you. Again, that should be another thing to be very careful, maybe another red flag. Oftentimes you're not going to get money back, or they're going to give you a fraudulent check or whatever it might be. So be careful with those. But, a lot of these scams are just so creative, and you can really find yourself in pretty deep. I don't know, what would we say to people who find themselves in the midst of a scam? What sort of advice, you're in the middle of it, what do I do? How do I get out of this?
I think talking to somebody that you trust, and then there's some resources that we'll share, some sites that you can go on to report that. There are people that you can talk to, but talking to a trusted resource, talking to someone even at your local credit union or someone that you trust. And I know that it can feel embarrassing if you're in that, but just know that that's how they use your emotions to make you feel that way, and it's not your fault. And if you have somebody that's been a victim of fraud, it's easy to feel frustrated with them, like, well, don't give them any more money or whatever, but they're so deep in it. Sometimes the check will actually work, so they will get part of their money back, but only later to find out that they need more, and so you think it's this give or take. So I think just knowing, like, they're a victim of fraud, it is not their fault, how do we navigate it from here? So like just taking that emotion out of it, and it is emotional. It's emotional watching a loved one go through it. without getting too personal, like seeing that firsthand, it's hard for an entire family, and it's getting more and more common, like we talked about. So just knowing there are resources out there that we'll put on NorthstarCreditUnion.org, we'll put some information out there on how to navigate it. Do you guys have any tips on?
This is very common. We want to try to help you get out of that situation. Call us, call a friend, call someone you trust. Just be honest, be just open. It's the best way to help you really get out of that situation, is to just find someone that can be there with you and maybe even coach you through on how to get out of it.
I mean, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all fall for things. Emotions are a big part of the trap, and we are human with a lot of emotions, and they know how to play on that. So don't feel guilty. It happens, and we can help you navigate how to protect yourself and also how to get out of it and stop any further damage if there is a scam that you have been trapped into.
Now we're gonna go rob a bank. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like you guys' outfits, by the way.
I like yours. So here.
Where do we go from here?
This is our real identity.
Yeah, the scammers are gone.
Yeah. I'm Jesse, Drew, Melissa,
So,
and we're here to help.
do we have anything else we want to say?
Like, we're here to help.
The way you wrapped it up, actually. Well, thanks for tuning into our scary Halloween podcast episode. Again, listen to our last one on cybersecurity. Today was, scams, but just, hopefully beneficial information for all of our listeners and viewers. Thanks for following the podcast. I don't know what episode we're on. Like I said, I feel like we just keep doing one after the other. But thanks for tuning in, for following us. Again, give us a like or share. We just want to get the word out so that hopefully we can help more people with their financial well-being. But until our next episode, from here, North Star Credit Union, Jesse, Melissa, Drew, signing off. Have a great rest of the day.
Watch and listen to our outtakes.
Hey everybody! Boy, do we got treats for you today. You are in for a treat.
Give me all your money.
Trick or treat. You can have everything that's in this bag. Yes. It's not money, I don't think, anyway.
What is that wrestler that?
There might be.
It might be.
It's like a pillow.
It's a tooth.
Tune in Fridays for new episodes on Spotify, YouTube, and coming soon to Apple. Or find the link on our website, NorthstarCreditUnion.org.